Hey signers, welcome to Learn How to Sign. So, when you think about sign language, you think just needing to know signs, right?
Right. Right?
Wrong.
Dang it.
Signs are important, but so is facial expression. In today's video, I'm going to teach you all about non-manual signals,
Come again?
What'd she say?
also known as facial expressions. But before we get started, be sure to like, subscribe, and get notified. Now let's learn all about non-manual signals. All right, let's jump into non-manual signals. First, let's talk about what we do when we're talking about questions. There are a variety of rules depending on which kind of question we're asking. So let's look at what we call a WH question. WH questions are who, what, when, where, why, how, and which. As you might have noticed, whenever I was signing those, my eyebrows were down. That is essential when you're signing a WH question. Now, if you're curious how to structure these questions in the correct ASL structure, you can check out our video on sentence structure. Let's look at yes-no questions. Yes-no questions require a yes-no response. And in that, your eyebrows are going to go up when you're asking the question. Let's ask somebody, do they like the color red? You like red, you? Notice my eyebrows are going up, showing that I'm needing a yes-no response. Again, this non-manual signal is essential when signing a yes-no question. In rhetorical questions, you use who, what, when, where, why, how, and which, but in a completely different way than you use it with a WH question. You'll notice my eyebrows didn't go down. They actually went up for a rhetorical question. Let's look at this sentence. I go party. Why? Homework finished. Now, what you're going to notice is I did the why like this. My eyebrows went up and I was leaning forward. That is essential whenever you're doing a rhetorical question. When you have an English sentence with the word because, typically you're going to use the sign why in place of the word because. So that English sentence would have been said, I can go to the party because I finished my homework. Now that we've talked about non-manual signals in association with questions, let's look at them in association with words themselves. In ASL, there's going to be what's called affirmation and negation. So when you're affirming something, your head is going to be shaking up and down. But when you're negating something, your head is going to be shaking back and forth. For instance, the sign understand versus don't understand. The understand is affirming that you understand something. That is your non-manual signal. But in don't understand, you're shaking your head back and forth, showing that you don't understand something, negating it. This can also be done when you just have a sign itself, like go. Go does not need an affirmation with it. But when you can't go somewhere, all you have to do is shake your head back and forth. Some other examples are yes, no, or like, don't like. When you're first learning a sign, make sure that you know if a non-manual signal is associated with the sign itself. Not only are there signs with affirmations and negations, but there are also signs that are connected to just facial expression. This could be from the sign scared, sick, or happy. You're showing the emotion with the sign. Now, if you've noticed in previous videos, I am extremely over-animated when teaching you these signs. That is because it is essential that you learn how to associate non-manual signals into the signs whenever there are some. And last but not least, there are non-manual signals that are called mouth morphemes. This is very special to ASL. This is a movement that you make whenever you're signing certain signs. Let's look at some of these signs. For example, the sign big, you do cha, C-H-A, cha, to associate with something that's big. And then you can even show that it's gigantic, cha, just by moving the sign bigger and making a bigger mouth movement. Another mouth morpheme would be fsh, F-S-H, with the sign finish or all done. Fsh. Again, you can also go fsh, like this to show that you are really glad that you're done. What mouth morphemes are doing are showing the intensity of a sign. But not all signs have a mouth morpheme associated with it. When you are learning a new sign, make sure that you're learning if and how to sign the mouth morpheme with the sign. This way, you can show the different intensity levels of that sign. Now, I'm going to show you some sentences, and you're going to see which non-manual signals go along with it. If you said negation, great job. If you guessed WH question, awesome. If you chose mouth morphemes, great job. If you guessed facial expression, way to go. Did you guess affirmation? Awesome. This was a tricky one. If you guessed facial expression and rhetorical question, then great job, 2 for 2. This was another tricky one. If you guessed affirmation and yes, no, gold star for you. Anyone else's face is tired? If it is, then you did it right. I realize some people are not as overly dramatic as I am, but just make sure to put this into practice when you are signing. Be sure to check out our website, learnhowtosign.org, which is a great resource for learning ASL. To stay up to date with our channel and receive discounts on everything on our website, subscribe to our newsletter. Link in the description. And until next time, keep learning how to sign.